He was still doing homework between race weekends not long ago. Today, he stands as the youngest championship leader in Formula One history, and he's only just beginning. $5 million. That is the estimated current net worth of Kimi Antonelli, a 19-year-old from Bologna who just 18 months ago was sitting in a classroom trying to pass his final school exams. Now he drives the same car that Lewis Hamilton drove for 11 years. He races wheel-to-wheel with four-time world champion Max Verstappen. And according to multiple financial sources, his total earnings in 2026 alone could reach an estimated $12 to $15 million. But here is the question that makes this story genuinely fascinating. How does the financial life of Formula One's newest star actually work? And far more importantly, what does it look like in 5, 10, 20 years from now? Because the Antonelli story is not about wealth that has already been built. It is about wealth that is being built in real time, at unprecedented speed, for a driver who has not yet turned 20. This is how Kimi Antonelli is making his millions, and how he might one day make his billions. Andrea Kimi Antonelli was born on August 25, 2006 in Bologna, Italy. His father, Marco Antonelli, is a sports car racing driver who founded his own motorsport team, AKM Motorsport, in 1993. His mother has worked in motorsport since 1997. This is not a family that stumbled into racing. This is a family that bleeds it. He started karting at 7 years old. By 13, he was one of the most decorated karting talents in Europe. He won back-to-back European karting championships in 2020 and 2021 in the direct drive category. And his name? That middle name, Kimi, has a story worth telling. His father wanted his son to have a foreign name alongside Andrea, and a friend, Enrico Bertaggia, suggested Kimi. Antonelli himself has stated he was not named after Kimi Räikkönen, the 2007 world champion. Coincidence or destiny? The paddock will decide. What is not coincidence is what happens next. Mercedes spotted him through the junior talent pipeline and signed him to the Mercedes junior team in 2019, when he was just 13 years old. They had been building him patiently for 6 years. What they ended up with, and what they put on the track in 2025, stuns the entire sport. The rise through the junior categories is almost violent in its pace. In 2022, he wins both the Italian Formula 4 Championship and the ADAC German Formula 4 Championship. 2 titles, 1 season, first year of car racing. In 2023, he wins the Formula Regional European Championship and the Formula Regional Middle East Championship. 2 more, back-to-back, across 2 continents. Then comes Formula 2 in 2024. Against older, more experienced drivers, some of whom have spent 3 or 4 seasons at this level, Antonelli finishes 6th overall, winning races, building pace, showing racecraft that analysts say belongs to a driver 2 or 3 years more experienced. On August 31st, 2024, during the Italian Grand Prix weekend at Monza, in front of a crowd wearing Ferrari red, Mercedes confirms what the paddock has been quietly discussing for months. Kimi Antonelli will replace Lewis Hamilton at Mercedes for the 2025 Formula One season. Hamilton, 7 world championships, 6 of them in silver, the most successful driver team combination in the modern era, and his seat goes to an 18-year-old from Bologna who technically still had homework to finish. Now let's talk numbers, because this is where the financial story gets interesting. For his 2025 rookie season, Antonelli earns a base salary of $2 million, placing him 14th on the driver salary list, tied with Yuki Tsunoda at Racing Bulls. On one level, that sounds modest. Compare it to Verstappen's estimated $65 million. Compare it to Hamilton's $50 to $60 million at Ferrari. $2 million looks like pocket change. But look more carefully, that rookie salary is at least double what his contemporaries, Oliver Behrman, Jack Doohan, and Isaac Hadjar, reportedly earn in their debut seasons. Mercedes is not paying market rate for a rookie. They are making a statement. His total earnings for 2025, including performance bonuses tied to points, podiums, and race results, are reported at approximately $12.5 million. $12.5 million. At 18, in his first year. from a car. By 2026, his base salary reportedly doubles to $4 million, with total potential earnings including bonuses reaching $15 to $20 million per year. The records keep falling. At the 2026 Chinese Grand Prix qualifying in Shanghai, Antonelli becomes the youngest pole sitter in Formula One history, breaking a record previously held by Sebastian Vettel. Every record broken, every lap time tumbling, and every time it happens, the future contract gets bigger. And now he adds another milestone to his rapidly growing legacy. Just weeks later, at the Japanese Grand Prix, Kimi Antonelli secures his second Grand Prix victory, further cementing his status as one of the sport's most exciting rising stars. Here is the element of Antonelli's financial story that most people underestimate because it's still in its very earliest chapters. His current personal sponsors include Adidas, IWC Schaffhausen, Police Lifestyle, UBS Bank, and Marriott Bonvoy. These are not karting stickers. These are global luxury and lifestyle brands, the same caliber of partnerships that Lewis Hamilton spent a decade building. Brands see him as a representative of the current generation. His image, young, sharp, and disciplined, is highly adaptable for companies aiming to attract younger, more tech-savvy consumers. His estimated annual sponsorship income currently sits at $500,000 to $1.5 million. beIN Sports is small now, but the infrastructure is being built. The shoots are happening. The brand identity is forming. And in Formula One, that infrastructure is worth infinitely more than its current price tag. Consider this. Lewis Hamilton's sponsorship income today is estimated at $25 to $30 million annually. He was exactly where Antonelli is now, 20 years ago. Small deals, early appearances, a brand in its infancy. The question is not where Antonelli is financially today. The question is whether he has the talent and the staying power to follow that trajectory. And in 2026, the evidence is accumulating fast. Kimi Antonelli's estimated net worth as of 2026 sits at $5 million, modest by Formula One standards, extraordinary for a 19-year-old in any other context. Most of his current financial backing still flows through the Mercedes Junior Program infrastructure, the framework that has supported his development since he was 13. He has not yet had the time to build the diversified wealth that Hamilton or Schumacher accumulated. He has not needed to. He has not had the years. But the projections are staggering. If his trajectory continues upward and the 2026 season is suggesting it will, analysts project his net worth could reach $20 million or more by age 25. With a long-term title run, that number scales rapidly. Schumacher built $1 billion in a career. Hamilton built $500 million, with more coming. Verstappen built $210 million in a decade. Antonelli is 19. He has, potentially, 25 more years in this sport ahead of him. Now compare him to the figures in this series. Toto Wolff made his fortune through equity and ownership. Schumacher through dominance and endorsement. Hamilton through brand architecture and business. Verstappen through performance and contract leverage. Bernie Ecclestone through controlling the entire system. Antonelli's path, if it holds, is a combination of all of them. The performance is already there. The brand is being built. The contracts will grow. And if Toto Wolff, the man who put him in the car, is right about what he is watching from the pit wall, the financial story of Kimi Antonelli is not a chapter we are reading. It is one that has not yet been written. So, how is Kimi Antonelli making his millions? Right now, through a contract that doubles that of most rookies, performance bonuses tied to a talent that keeps breaking records, early sponsorship deals with luxury brands building long-term relationships, and the institutional backing of the most successful team in Formula One history. But the real answer is, he is just starting. The millions of today are the down payment on what could become, over the arc of a full career, the kind of fortune that belongs in the same conversation as the legends we have already profiled. And here's the thought that should stay with you. Every driver, from Michael Schumacher to Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen, was at some point exactly where Antonelli is now. Unknown. Underpaid relative to their potential. Unproven at the highest level. What separated them from everyone else was not luck. It was what they did with the seat once they got it. In Shanghai, in March 2026, a 19-year-old from Bologna won a Formula One Grand Prix, the youngest pole sitter in history, the highest scoring rookie ever. He is not rich yet, but he is on his way. Antonelli is just at the beginning of his story. If you want the bigger picture, watch our video on how Formula One drivers actually make their money. It breaks down salaries, bonuses, sponsorships, and endorsements, and explains where it all comes from. Subscribe if you enjoyed this, and see you in the next one.